Okay, next in After Effects, next class is about preferences. Right, in After Effects we have preferences like in any other software like Photoshop and Premiere Pro and InDesign and other Adobe products. Here also we have preferences. See? So preferences, where the preferences will be from the edit menu, there are preferences. Okay, come here and these are all preferences. If you click on the general, the preferences box will display. What are all preferences? Preferences means that important settings, the default for any software, the settings are there in a default. Sometimes as per our requirement and for usage, we have to give some changes in preferences. Mostly no need to change all the preferences, but where the requirement is there only you have to give some changes, right? So here, if you observe here, in general it is showing path point and handle size 5 pixels. Okay, keep this as it is, and show tool tips, so must be there. So when you move your cursor there, the tip will be available. Keep this as it is, and create layer set composition start tab. So no need to change these things, but here the default position properties to separated dimensions, right? So this no need to check this one, but here sometimes depends on your version, After Effects version, this may be shows in unchecked. Okay, so you have to give the checkbox. That means give the tick mark. Why? Because the default spatial interpolation to linear is very useful when you are using keyframe animation, right? So compulsory give the tick mark for this. Maybe depends on the version you are using, the older versions. Okay, check this, and if it is in unchecked box, give the check mark. It is important. Okay, and these other things, so keep this as it is. Okay, and come to startup and repair. See, enable home screen. If you don't see the home screen, you can enable or disable. So system compatibility issues, there is any issues with your system, it shows at the page, right? So if you want to off this one, you can off, or otherwise keep this as it is. And repair options, start in the safe mode. Okay, if you are experiencing issues, okay, then start in the safe mode. If you experience the issues only, not every time, right? So this you can use automatically. That will start temporarily restart After Effects with the default preferences. If this resolve your issue, this could indicate that your current preferences are corrupt and need to be reset or replaced, or a plugin could be unstable, right? So, and empty all caches, to cache files. Okay, empty all After Effects cache folders. This action can resolve certain startup issues as well as clear up additional storage space. Okay, this is useful when you have any startup issues. Okay, then you can remove the cache files. Then that will clear up additional storage space. Right now I am not using this one. And preference management, and reveal preferences in Explorer. So this is the folder this is. So here we can reveal, that means it is showing this one here. So I don't want this one. So here, caution, editing any preferences likes may result, files may result in crashes or other unexpected behavior, right? So no need to change this one. And reset all preferences to defaults. Sometimes what you are giving changes in your preferences, right? And later onwards, if you want to reset all your preferences to company default settings, then you can use this button. Okay, the After Effects needs to restart for changes to take place, right? So here workspaces will be a reset. Suppose here if you use this reset button to default, so afterwards needs to restart compulsory. Close your entire After Effects software and then you have to restart, then only that will apply. And here it is showing the caution, means workspaces will be reset. Suppose your favorite, your you created your workspaces, okay, will be reset to default, that is, and migrate previous version preferences. This is what, so migrate all preferences from a previous version of After Effects. Suppose you are at a current version, latest version, and if you want to migrate to any old versions, suppose you are using something this, right? No previous versions of After Effects preferences were found. Here I am not using any previous or old versions here, I am using the latest version, so it is not showing there. And here if you are still having issues, please file a bug report, right? So you can use the bug report. So don't change anything here. And the previews here, the prioritize interactivity, the quality it is. So while interacting, the resolution may be reduced by up to 1/6. The 3D render quality will be limited to 7th or the lower for optimize interactivity and maximize, right? So no need to change this one. 3D render reduces. Here we have options, resolution and quality, and only render quality, right? So you can keep this resolution and quality and show internal wireframes. So this will be a check marking. So quality here, zoom quality, so more accurate, faster and more accurate except cache preview, right? So use this the default setting. And color management quality, more accurate except cache preview, okay, or faster and more accurate. So this also no need to change. And composition switches automatically enable a frame blending and motion blur rendering. This also keep this as it is. And for audio, mute audio when preview is not a real time, of course. So it is again depends on your requirement. So when you are not using a real time preview, so your audio will be muted, right? Or otherwise will give the check mark. That is up to you. Catch frames when idle. Idle delay before catching starts 8 seconds. So the delay when you start your frames, ideally it is the seconds, 8 seconds of time, that will be delay. Ideally that you can increase the frames. And here catch frames around current time. So no need to change all these things. And type smooth and behavior follow cursor tracking according to the plans. Keep this as it is. And for the display, no motion path, all keyframes, not more than 5 keyframes, no more than 15. So base to 30, right? So you keep this simultaneously. You can change this if you want, but I am keeping this in a default. Disable thumbnails in project panel. So this is what disable thumbnail means. When importing your assets in the composition panel, so here see my cursor here. Here the thumbnail will display here, okay. So that if you want to disable that, don't want to see that thumbnail in the project panel, you can switch off that one. Show rendering progress in info panel and a flowchart. So no need to change all these things. Hardware accelerate composition and layer and footage panels. So keep this as it is. And import, okay, still footage, a length of composition, and the frames per second sequence footage. In the default it is showing here. To keep this, otherwise change. A report, any missing fonts, missing frames are there, you can use. And verify individual files, okay. If you want, you can give this one, verify individual files. So a video footage, enable hardware accelerated decoding requires restarts. Okay, auto reload, so keep this as it is, and interminate media at the drop frame, non-drop frame or drop frame. So this we can instantly at composition settings also we can change, right? So keep this as it is. Interpret enable unlabeled alpha as ask user. Okay, so we are requirement, depends on the requirement, we use this one. And drag import multiple items as footage. Footage or composition, right? So footage only. So I'll check this output, the segment sequence at 700 files. So these are no need to change all these things, keep this as it is. And this grids and guides, this is what grid color. If you want to change this grid color, you can change this grid color. So grid means from view the grids and rollers are available, so you can change that color, grid color if you want. And the style is lines, desired lines are dots. So that grid color you can change. At the same time, if you want in line shape or otherwise the dashed lines or dots, you can change this one. And grid line every 80 pixels. Okay, so every 80 pixels it shows, or otherwise you can change this. And subdivisions of 4, or otherwise you can change this. Okay, proportional grid 8 horizontally, vertical 6. And guides means rollers, and you can change the roller color. Okay, from the window, from view, the rollers also available. So there you can change the roller colors. And the styles, lines are dashed lines, you can use that one. And action shape 10%, the title shape 20%, and center cut action shape is 32.5. So these are changeable anytime. Okay, so grid size, and it is a medium, a smaller length or grid colors. So whatever you want, you can change this. So keep this anytime, you can change this, right? And the labels, so labels are nothing but what, for layers and for timeline. At a timeline, the label color is something it is showing, right? You can change that, and instantly from the layer panel also this is changeable. So later we change all these things. Media and disk cache. Okay, so the disk cache size is 34. Okay, you can change this, you can drag and increase this one. And if you want, you can choose the folder where it is changing, where it is creating the folder, you can change. Okay, so empty disk cache files, if there is any disk cache files are there. Okay, for improved performance, choose a disk cache folder and a fast and hard driver and SSD separate from your footage, and allocate as much space as available. The empty disk cache you can, right? Enable preview from disk cache, so supports longer previews. By utilizing the disk cache, playback performance will depend on your disk speed. Okay, confirm media cache files, the database. So choose folder, so where you want to confirm your media files, cache files, you can choose the folder. Right now here it is saving in this location, right? And cache, so choose folder, so clean any cache files are there. If you remove, suppose clean database and cache files, that will remove, right? And otherwise if you choose the folder in the particular area. Okay, then video preview, so this no need to change. And this appearance, this is showing your screen in the darkest, change this to dark or light, that is up to you, right? So no need to change all these things. Okay, and the new project loads template, right? So this is in solid, keep this as it is. Audio save, they save every 20 minutes. Auto save, so auto save is it in default it is showing 20 minutes. Okay, if you are connected with the UPS. Okay, sometimes few people they don't have the UPS, so then when suddenly the power is gone, so your everything, your entire outer beds work will be removed, stopped, right? So there you can use every 5 minutes or 10 minutes, up to you. Okay, and maximum project versions are 5, so keep this as Disney. Memory and performance. Okay, so installed RAM is 16 GB, my system installed RAM, and RAM designed for other applications 5 GB, and right now it is taking the maximum RAM for the After Effects, right? Okay, and my GPU information, this is my GPU information, and memory usage details, the system memory usage details. No need to change all these things, right? And audio hardware, so keep this as Disney, and this also no need to change. And font preview size, if you want a small, medium, or a large, keep this, depends on your requirement. I am keeping this into medium size. Number of recent fonts are displayed, so recent fonts, number of recent fonts are displaying of 14, or otherwise you can increase or decrease. And don't warn me about missing fonts when opening projects. Sometimes when you open any project, the font is not suppose the font is not available from the your system, your After Effects, then it shows some fonts are missing. Okay, if you want to see the dialog, you can give the tick mark, otherwise no need to give the option. And the scripting and expressions. Okay, this is all about the scripting, allow scripts, and the 3D, and this also no need to change this one. And this is notifications, automatically enable notification when you add a compositions to the render queue, right? So this is okay, so I'm giving this okay. So simple, this is preferences. See, preferences actually mostly we don't change, but we must have some awareness. So these preferences are available from the preferences, and from there when you work with the projects and any assignments, then depends on your requirement, we change the preferences, otherwise no need to check every time all these things, right? This is all about the preferences from the After Effects.